Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name's Matt. Today I'm going over my top 10 moments from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. So it has been quite a journey for me trying to get this video out. I have recorded, edited, rendered this video twice already, and then after looking back on it both times, I've gone, I'm not happy with this list. And after seeing a lot of these moments again, just being able to sit, not having to worry about the recording or editing later on, just enjoying the moments, I feel very comfortable with where this list is right now. So the way I'm going to structure this is I'll play my reaction to each moment and then I'll give a little spiel about how I feel about it, why it's top 10, why it is where it is in the list and whatnot. And it's very interesting in multiple ways, seeing a lot of these moments from earlier on in the show. You can see like the production quality is just drastically different. Like the lighting is crazy, the setup behind me is so bare. And then in a lot of the newer moments, you see it's much similar to how it is now. So it's really cool to see the contrast there. So I'm just gonna go straight into the list now. I'm not gonna lie, I did look up some other like general top 10 moments list just to kind of see where people were ranking things and what moments they were actually including. Was I missing out on anything? So if you guys in the comments want to put your own top 10 moments list, or if you would have put something higher, or if you would have put something in the list that I didn't have, please feel free to do that. I think that would be really cool to kind of see where everyone ranks their moments and whatnot. And just for the sake of saying it, let's all remember this is my list. This is my own personal experience, and these moments all embody the type of thing that I'm looking for when I watch shows like this. And I think by the end of the list, and probably just from watching my reaction to the series in general, you'll probably be able to get the gist of what I'm looking for in these moments. But without any further ado, I'm going to get into my list now. So here's my top 10 moments from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Number 10, Alex and Sig vs. Sloth.
Extraordinary. Who is he?
He's my husband.
I did not expect Sig to fight. We got another big boy. Are they going to be homies? Oh my god.
Incredible valor, respectable muscles.
Yes! Yes! That's so hard! Tag team! Tag team! Oh, stop it. The double uppercut. I'm so satisfied. This show is so good. Look at them. They got a handshake. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Now this is a moment I didn't initially have in my list at all, but after going back and watching it a second time and then watching my reaction to this scene, it has to be in here. It's just absolutely fantastic, and I have put it at number 10 because it's not insanely epic or anything like a lot of these other moments are, but it was just something I didn't know that I wanted or needed in this show. The Alex and Sig team up was so cool. The way Alex looks at Sig when he's flexing after he's just knocked Sloth away, it's just fantastic. And they dap up and they shake hands and then they team up and it's just a massive beatdown on Sloth. It was just incredible. It's just something I did not see coming, and it is definitely one of my favorite moments in the show, and I think it definitely deserves a spot on this list. It's just the whole way the scene plays out for me. Azumi steps in, which isn't something that I expected at all, and then she throws Sloth like it's nothing, and then Sig is here. I never even considered Sig to get into the fight, much less against Sloth, and then the way the rest of the scene pans out is just absolutely perfect. It is just so enjoyable. It is probably the most enjoyable moment on this list. Okay, moving on now. Now this one might be a little bit spicy. I can see a lot of people putting this a lot higher in their lists than where I have it, but of course I will explain why I have this number where it is. So number 9, Roy vs. Envy. Yeah, here we go. Don't you dare touch Hawkeye. Oh, is this the moment? Is this it?
What in the hell are you doing to my lieutenant?
My lieutenant. Just kill him, please. Let's be done with this.
You damn human! Don't you underestimate me!
Here we go, here we go. Come on. Yep, yep, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Now this is satisfying. Sounds just like Lust. Look at his face. That was so raw. Now this, of course, in a nutshell, when you just look at the moment, it is epic, right? The scenes are epic, the voice acting, just the emotion on Roy's face. It's a completely different side of him than we're used to seeing. And it really was satisfying. There was so much build up to this moment. Envy being the one that killed off Hughes. Roy was searching for so long to find the person that actually did kill Hughes. And in a vacuum, this moment is very satisfying. It's Roy finally coming face to face with Hughes's killer, and he just absolutely unleashes on Envy. And it really is such an epic moment. But the reason I have it at number 9 and not higher up, which I could definitely see people having it higher up, is because of the context of the situation. And like I said with number 10, this also was something I didn't have on my list initially. And it's for this reason. It is because of the context. You know, there was such an undertone over what was going on until it all got revealed afterwards, you know, that Roy was heading down potentially a very dark path, and it took Ed, Scar, and Hawkeye to snap him out of it. And that really did put a dampen on the moment for me, especially when I was watching it for the first time, because I was so excited for it. Like, you knew it was going to happen, the whole Roy versus Envy. There was so much build up, and then this whole situation of, you know, Roy is doing something that he probably shouldn't be, right? He wants to be the Führer. You know, Scar and Ed are talking to him about, is this the face you want to rule the country with? It was just such an interesting spin on this situation that I personally didn't see coming, but nonetheless, a really epic moment. And it was one of the things that I had to see for a second time without, you know, all the recording and everything going on to be, yeah, okay, this is definitely a top 10 moment. There's so much meaning behind it, good and bad, and it definitely deserves to be on this list. Okay, number 8, Alex and Olivier Armstrong versus Sloth. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So she's, oh! Alex caught it for sure. Combined effort. He did catch him. Let's go! I've got tears in my eyes. I'm like, oh shit, we're not done yet. He punched the music right out of the show.
I'm gonna kill you quickly and then sleep.
What? Don't. Not Armstrong as well.
Alex.
No, he's okay. Oh!
I knew he was going to come charged.
Oh my god! That's the craziest thing I have ever seen in the show. So after watching the clip, you could almost say it's more of just an Alex Armstrong versus Sloth moment, but this is another moment that wasn't on my list to begin with. And coming across this moment for the second time when I was watching the show by myself, with rain playing in the background, just everything else that was going on, this hit so hard for me. The way Alex did step in to block Sloth from hitting Olivier, and just everything that follows on after that, ending with Armstrong, you know, constructing that massive pillar of stone or whatnot through Sloth, and that shot is still one of the craziest things that I ever saw in the show, which I did say in the moment. But I think rain playing in the background really carries a lot of that for me. It really just made me feel things, and that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, right? Alex has stepped in to save Olivier, or everything that transpired throughout the rest of the scene. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for in these moments. And this is definitely the first moment that really starts to embody that for me. All right, moving on. And now we're getting into the really good stuff. All of these moments absolutely embody what I'm looking for in a top moment in any show. Number 7, everyone versus father. Oh, stop it. These three. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, I've got chills.
So did I hit him?
You were off just a little bit.
Oh, she's big. Yes.
Don't give him any opportunity to fight back. Make him use his philosophy.
That's it. Oh, everyone's here. This is what I've wanted.
Maybe humans
He's not a human.
but what about a homunculus?
Let's go, Greed. Dude, okay, everyone's coming in now. This is what I've wanted. I really think my reaction to those scenes really speaks for itself. It was just something I'd been talking about for so long. I want everyone coming together, facing off against the common enemy, and it finally did happen, and it did not disappoint. It was so fantastic to watch for the first time. And just being in those moments, you know, that last stretch of episodes that I all watched at once, it was so incredible. I can remember it so well, and it was perfect. I really cannot fault any part of this last part of the show at all. Even the way it starts, like Roy comes out and he can't see, Hawkeye is being his eyes, it's just fantastic. Armstrong jumps in, Izumi, all the chimeras, Greed and Ed, and then Ed loses his arm, which leads into more moments which are later on in this list. But it was fantastic. It was something that I really wanted and I got exactly what I asked for. Okay, number 6. Ed renounces alchemy for Alphonse. Okay, let's just strap in and enjoy this.
I take it you're here to retrieve your brother? Just how do you plan on pulling an entire human out of here?
Yeah.
What's your payment? Do you intend to offer your own body?
I mean, this is what I was thinking, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I've got your payment right here. So go ahead and take it.
What?
This thing is my portal of truth. So I get to make the decision on how it's used.
Does he get to go back through Alphonse's if he does this?
You do realize that you'll never be able to perform alchemy again without your portal.
Oh.
Aware of that.
You're willing to cast it aside, to lower yourself to a simple human?
What do you mean?
That's the theme. Nah.
Nothing I've ever been.
Edward!
Edward Elric.
Who even needs alchemy?
Yes, sir.
Done it! That's the right answer! Good job! You beat me! Go ahead! Take him home!
I could have never.
Back door's right over there!
The back door?
Hi, Edward Elric!
And there's Alphonse. The back door. Alphonse's door. I couldn't. How? Ah, the emotions are coming. The back door. Look at him.
Go home. Together.
Renouncing alchemy was the play. Oh my god. I absolutely loved this moment. It was something I never saw coming. Ed giving up alchemy, sacrificing his own portal of truth to get Alphonse's body back. Fantastic. That whole scene that plays out in the portal is just written so well. And it's so interesting watching that scene again and seeing that the truth starts to become Ed's voice. And a lot of you talked about that in the comments of that video as well. And it's just really symbolic. It's so interesting. There's so much that you can unpack from that. And I did notice it in the moment and I didn't talk about it, but there was just so much else going on that I just didn't have like the mental capacity to start talking about that as well. But seeing Alphonse in the flesh, in the real world, was something that, you know, you knew was going to happen. Well, at least I knew was going to happen and I was so excited for it. And for it to happen in this way was fantastic. And the lead up to it was nuts as well, thinking about, are they going to use the Philosopher's Stone that Ling was going to take back, or were they going to sacrifice Hohenheim? But Ed couldn't do either of those things, and then he realized what he had to do. It was just such a well-constructed moment, and it definitely deserves to be on this list. Alright, moving into the top 5 now. Number 5, Ling's rage towards Greed.
I am sorry, honestly.
Dude, what is that? Is it Ling or past Greed? It's them. It's the other chimeras.
What have you done, Greed?
Ling.
Are you determined to prove you're a monster?
Look at him. He's still in there.
What kind of sick creature would kill his own friend?
Yep.
He wasn't my friend.
Yeah, look, there they are. This is Doubleth.
Then why do you remember him?
Those are the last.
Oh.
They're not mine.
Then why are you in so much pain?
Talk to him, Ling.
Pull yourself together, Greed. I'm warning you.
I'm warning
I'll
you.
take my body back if you drop your guard.
They
Or can he do that at will?
Those memories aren't a part of me anymore.
Well, they clearly are.
No, you're wrong, Greed. It's not that easy.
Dude, look at that. Thumbnail.
You can't just erase them from your soul. They were the only part of you that you chose. You abandoned them. Your real family.
Talk to him, Ling.
Trash. Fool. If you turned your back on something you wanted, you don't deserve to.
That's facts. Oh, yeah. That was so sick. Now this is one of those moments that just hits really hard, right? Just the emotion in Ling's voice as he's screaming at Greed. So many cool concepts in the scene as well. It's one of those things that you don't really know what's going on and it slowly starts to reveal itself that Greed is remembering stuff from his past life, right? The past iteration of himself. And Ling can feel Greed's emotions about this as Greed is trying to deny what's going on. And the way Ling says to Greed, like, I'm warning you. Like, he says to Greed the homunculus, I'm warning you. If you drop your guard, I'll take my body back. And the biggest line of all for me is when he says, you know, you gave up on something that you wanted. How can you even call yourself Greed? That hits so hard. Ling is one of my favorite characters when all is said and done. And that moment was just, it just hit so hard. And at that point in the show, we hadn't seen Ling for so long. So what a re-entrance into the show it was for Ling. Right, this moment has moved around a little bit, but it finds itself at number 4. Roy versus Lust.
Well spoken. I couldn't agree more.
Roy? Let's go! You shouldn't have left him there to bleed out. Oh, she is burnt.
Looks like I can get you on your knees after all.
Let's go, Roy. Look at this guy. Oh, look at him.
He's using the flint for ignition, and he carved a transmutation circle.
Oh,
into
that's
his
so tough.
I seared the wound closed.
Oh, that's hard.
Passing out from the pain.
Holy shit.
Kill you, but I'd like to try and prove you wrong.
Let's go, Roy.
So let's see how many times.
Oh, there's so many cool shots in this episode. Oh my god, look at her. Burn that stone. Wait, is Lust really dying here? Oh my god. Wait, that scream is intense. He's not backing down. Oh my god. Roy is the man. Holy, that was so cool. And this was the first big epic moment in the show. It was episode 19. And it is one of 2 moments that really drew me in early into the show and just had me so excited about what could potentially come in the future of the show. The whole scene is absolutely fantastic. You don't know what's happened to Roy, and then he comes out, he has seared his wound closed, he's carved a transmutation circle on his hand, he's using Havoc's lighter to ignite his flame alchemy, and just the whole way the scene plays out is insane. Like, Roy, like, barely breaks a sweat. He just stands there like a stone cold killer, burning up Lust. Lust is just screaming. The voice acting is insane, and something that really added to the moment for me was that Lust was gone. I'm sure a lot of people felt like Lust was going to be like a long-term villain in the show, and she was snuffed out just like that, but it was just in such an incredible fashion. The animation, the effects, everything was fantastic, and that really set a tone for me going on into the future of the show of what more of these moments could look like. For example, Roy vs. Envy later on. Okay, number 3, Ed's rage versus father. Wow. Yep. Let's go. Oh, he's mad. Oh, this is it. Oh my god. This is full power alchemy now. Let's go. Yeah, this is it. And it's Ed. Here we go. Yeah. Let's go.
Get up, you novice! I'm about to show you how outclassed you really are!
That's the end of the episode. Ah! Fantastic. We got it. Everyone's here. Everyone was fighting, and it was Ed. This Alphonse situation. Oh my god. Now, for me personally, this is easily the best fight sequence in the show because there's so much meaning behind it. Alphonse has just given up his soul for Ed to get his body back, and Ed just snaps, and you can see the emotion. He's got the completely unlocked alchemy available to him, and he just unleashes on Father. It's just absolutely fantastic. The effects, the animation, the whole fight itself, everyone cheering on Ed, and that ultimate blow that Ed deals to Father and the way he stands over him is just so powerful. You know, we've just had everyone team up against Father. Alphonse has sacrificed himself, and now we have the culmination of so much of the show coming out in this one moment. Absolutely incredible, absolutely deserving of a top 3 spot for me. Alright, the top 2 now, and these have both changed places a little bit here and there, but after watching the show multiple times again, I now feel very comfortable with where these 2 are. Number 2, Alphonse uses the Philosopher's Stone.
I guess you're right.
Okay.
Wasn't it Kimberly who said that the true test of winning was surviving?
Yes, come on. The stone! The stone! The stone! I did forget.
Mr. Heinkel, why do you have that?
It's Kimberly's.
To pick it up.
He's had it this whole time, man.
With this, we might
What if
have a
Al uses it?
chance at winning.
Oh, dude, I'm shook.
Don't use it for yourself. Use it to
Use it to help others. Let's go. Come on.
because even though they've been put into that stone, you still recognize them as people.
That's such a hard line. Look at Heinkel.
Even though they're trapped in stone,
They can still help, man. Oh, this is so good.
let them fight.
Let them fight. That's just such a different perspective.
All right.
And it's Alphonse.
Now you give them hell for me. Alphonse.
Alphonse Elric.
We'll fight together.
We'll fight together, all the souls in the stone. Woo! Oh, yep.
Well, what do you know?
It's time. Oh, my boy. Is this the outro perhaps playing? Look at Kimberly.
There you are. Very well done, Alphonse Elric.
Look at him. Yeah, let's go, Alphonse! This was my number 1 moment in the show for so long. All the way up until I started doing the rewatch, trying to make this list, paying attention to everything, how everything made me feel. This moment was just so good. Again, it was something I didn't expect. I tried so hard to remember that Heinkel had Kimberly's Philosopher's Stone with him, and it slipped my mind. The show did a fantastic job of leaving enough time for you to forget about that, and as soon as he pulled it out, I was like, there's no way. The Heinkel's speech leading up to Alphonse using the stone is fantastic as well. A completely different perspective on how the Elric brothers have viewed the Philosopher's Stones. And like I said during my reaction, like, it's Alphonse. It's Alphonse. It's not Ed, like you might have thought would have a moment like this. It's Alphonse. And he understands. He understands perfectly what Heinkel is trying to say to him. And he finally steps up with the Philosopher's Stone. Really sick reveal, you know, how the dust settles after the red Philosopher's Stone light comes out. Kimberly is really proud of Alphonse in this moment as well. But it's this moment specifically that warrants a top 2 spot for me. When Alphonse decides to use the Philosopher's Stone, he steps up to Kimberly and Pride and like reveals himself. It's just fantastic to me. That's the stuff that hits for me. Okay, I think a lot of you will be able to guess which moment is going to be number 1 at this point. And again, it was when I did the rewatch. It was when I was watching other people's reactions to it, go back and watch my own reaction to it. It is the other moment that drew me into the show and just made me think, yeah, okay, this is a top tier show. I'm starting to see why Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the top rated animes of all time. So number 1, Ed's promise to Alphonse. I don't know what any of those words mean. He said, I'm not done yet. Come on, man. I have crazy chills.
Look at me! I promise!
Talk to him, Ed.
Stay soon! I'm coming back for you! Just you wait!
Look at that.
Wait for me!
And that's the episode, isn't it? Bro, the way the music, this outro is so good because the way it comes into scenes like this, like it just, that was so sick. I don't think anything in the show is going to be able to compare to the way I was feeling when Ed busts his way back through the portal. It is a moment I definitely wish, along with Roy vs. Lost, that I had a better production and a better setup going on. And I think my reaction doesn't completely entail how I was feeling in that moment. But it just hit me so hard, right? Let it all out. The outro starts coming in, which is just an absolutely goated track to be playing over these scenes, which I do explain in my reaction. It's just the most hard moment in the show. Ed coming back through the portal, he's promising Alphonse's body that he's coming back. Ed knows it's possible now. It was just such a show-changing moment for me. And there are a lot of fantastic moments in the show, a lot of epic moments, a lot of inspirational, motivational moments, but this one tops it for me. Just the determination on Ed's face, that one specific shot, you know the one I'm talking about, nothing to me in the show compares to this moment. And some honorable mentions as well. These are a lot of moments I originally had in my top 10 moments list. Hohenheim's death, Greed's death, Scar versus Bradley, Marco versus Envy, the entire origin story of Hohenheim and Father. And the reason those moments specifically are not in this list is because they are truly epic moments. They are top moments in the show, but they don't fill me with that feeling that I'm looking for, right? A lot of these moments are really epic. There's crazy animation. They just make you feel a certain way. And that's the thing that I look for when I watch shows like this. And I'm completely understanding of everyone's looking for something different, right? But someone who comes from like, you know, a Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer background, these are the kind of moments I'm searching for. But that's it. This is officially going to be the end of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood on the channel. I've said it multiple times at this point, but it is always going to hold a special place in my heart, being the first show that I reacted to, the first show that I finished, and it's something I'll always be able to look back on and just see how far I've come already in terms of the channel, the production value, the setup, everything. If you look at episode 1 all the way up to now, it's just so incredibly different. It's all about the journey, you know? That's what a lot of people say these days. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And this is the kind of thing I can look back and it really embodies that for me. So once again, thank you all so much for being a part of this journey for me. It's been really special. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood has really been carrying the channel. It's what a lot of you are here to see, but it's time to move on from that now. It was never going to be forever. There are so many more shows out there that I want to watch, and that is why I started this channel. I wanted a reason to really sit down and delve into all these shows and give them the attention they deserve. But like I said, I'm so grateful Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was the first one to me. It's always going to have a special place on this channel for me. Thank you all so much for watching this Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood video. If you enjoyed, please like the video and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it, and we'll see you all in the next video.